This man dives in swamps with alligators and gets underneath them. I've been there in person many a times. Gets underwater and swims underneath them and pulls them up to the surface. And he learned this, I guess, Manny, through trial and error. Like, how did you do it when you first started messing with alligators? And when did you start first messing with alligators?
You're correct. Trial and error is how I learned. And but I started like when I was a kid with baby alligators. By the time I was in high school, I was catching large alligators Jaguar style. You know how Jaguar does it? He jumps off the riverbank and tackles them in the water.
Okay. And that's what you did? You were tackling them?
Yeah, I started tackling them without knowing what I was really doing. And I almost got my head bit off a few times. I never got bit in those days. Yeah, I used to just have somebody hold a flashlight at night or in the daytime, and I would come running from the side of a lake or bank of a river, and I see a gator, and I would just dive and grab on any which way I could. And I would catch the alligator and check it out and let it go. That's what I did in high school. Then by later on, I discovered how to levitate an alligator, like a more gentle, where I could handle a very large alligator and just take them to the surface, up to 1,000 pounds.
I'm honestly amazed by you. Like, I couldn't figure you out for the longest time. I'm like, why in the hell would he want to do what he does? Go in the swamps at night with alligators and just swim around for recreation, dive with the sharks. And finally, I asked you one time, I'm like, who's your hero? What did you like? Who did you look up to growing up? And you said Tarzan. And I was like, okay, now I get it. That was your North Star, and that's what you became. And it's incredible.
It's because kids were watching football and baseball on TV or whatever. I was watching Tarzan as a very early age, and I was impressed by that.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing I've always been a little afraid of is heights.
Uh-huh.
I can be like in a helicopter, no problem and everything, but I don't want to climb a cliff.
Right.
I'd rather be deep underwater. I'm more comfortable there than hanging off a cliff like 1,000 feet up in the air. That's just not my thing. I'd rather be surrounded by sharks, bears, venomous snakes, anything than that. I don't have wings. I can't fly.
You are definitely a water-based mammal, you know, because on in the water, he does unbelievable things. But on land, he'll drive you crazy. One night in Florida, because Manny doesn't drink, we're like, Manny, will you be the designated driver tonight? And we let him be the designated driver. Oh, my God. He was going about 35 miles an hour in the fast lane and just talking and telling stories. People are yelling, beeping, like people wanted to murder us. It's the last time he was a designated driver.